Okay guys, welcome to the inaugural episode of Doom School for Dummies. Now, I'm not calling any of you guys dummies, but it's just kind of a fun name, and it's going to be an instructional video only. This is a Hero League game that I played on Twitch with David, so these won't always be games I played with David, but you know, some of them might. Really what I'm doing is I'm going to actually go back through a game and actually evaluate how we did, how I did, and actually kind of give you guys some tips on how games should be played, how maps should be played, stuff like that. You guys obviously recognize Curse Hollow, and it's a 3-lane map, which you're supposed to get tributes. One boss here, vision here, vision here. Pretty simple. The goal of this video and this series really is for me to... I always watch every video I'm in. So I like to go back through games and actually see what I did well, see how my build did, see different things I can change. And actually there are mistakes I made, I believe, at 4 and 13 and 16. I actually tried some different stuff that I normally would, and those were... Actually, 4 was a normal talent. 13 and 16, I was trying something different. I really regret it. But this is actually a good game on positioning. The enemy team went with Diablo, Gazlo, sorry guys, I still got a little bit of a cough. Alarak and Zeratul. Basically, we went Falstad, Sylvanas, and Jaina into an already first picked Diablo and Alarak. So I think actually we first picked Falstad, I believe, and then they picked the Diablo and the Alarak, and we still went full squish. So that was actually really disappointing to me and surprising, and then it ends up costing us the game because unfortunately our 3 assassins don't know how to position. So we're going to hit play. You'll notice that most teams go mid. The reason why you go mid is to try to get an early kill. There's really no reason to go top and or bottom because there's nothing for you to do, so you end up with your team being mismatched. And if the enemy team is going to go mid altogether, then... Oh, he was dancing. I didn't even notice that. Very nice. He plays really well, by the way. The Diablo is pretty darn good. And I also just recorded an Alarak video, which you guys should see in a few weeks. He's super strong. In fact, I actually may release that before I release the Nazebo videos, but we'll see. Because I actually recorded 3 Nazebo videos as well. Okay, so first things first, when you guys are going to go mid, make sure your tank is leading. Already, my team is not really following that. I think the Sylvanas actually wants to kind of cut off, but we all decide to go mid. It's actually one of David's least favorite things. So they actually pull back, which is nice, is able to go. Alarak kind of swings around, knowing we're super squishy. Diablo goes a little deep. We're not able to capitalize because of the... Man, I thought I turned the volume down, and it is still super loud. Did it go back up? I'm telling you guys, like, it is loud. We're going to turn some sound effects down. Ambient noises down. I know this is super exciting, but this is the first time I'm doing this, so sorry, guys. So, as you can see, Diablo's kind of overextended. I'm overextended as well, but we're already low. The Alarak's doing pretty good damage, and Sylvanas is brave as always, which really she should be chasing that. Diablo, through much of this game, gets away with very little health. And I'm trying to be careful here because I don't have a lot of health. Johanna doesn't really ramp up in the early game until I get my globes. So as you can see, their poke is actually really good right now. I mean, look how low I am. Look how low Jaina and Falstad are. And actually, Zeratul's done I'm sorry, guys. I've already recorded this video once, and I actually messed up the formatting. So if I'm a little off, I apologize. But Zeratul actually does a great job actually going top. He's going to give his team a little bit of an XP lead. And we're really struggling to deal with their poke right now. We don't have a great early game, and Gazlo is actually pretty strong from the very beginning, along with Alarak. So as you can see, there's no one top, but Falstad did rotate bottom, which is really nice. Jaina had to go back. So we kind of even this out because there's no one bottom. Because they don't actually have nearly as mobile a team as we do. I mean, they have the Brightwing, and actually Zeratul's doing a good job roaming the map, but we have the global of the Falstad to kind of compensate. Their team actually does a really good job executing on what they need to do. I believe I ping that Zeratul is probably going to be missing. And David actually dies there. Sad. while Falsehead's kind of pushing uncontested, which is really cool. Jaina's pushing, but as you can see, when you know there's a Zeratul on the enemy team, really this line is as far as you should go. So Zeratul obviously recognizes this because of the vision she's actually giving him, and thankfully for her, he doesn't kill her. She does a good job zoning with the blizzard, but that's a huge mistake, and she doesn't stop making those throughout the whole game. As you can see, he's not actually sure how to deal with this this Alarak, because I was actually curious why he wasn't winning that trade. You just kind of got to keep your distance. David rotated top to help with the Jaina, and we kind of keep this occupied. I had to go back because I was low. And this is actually why at level 4 I go for amp healing, which was a huge mistake. I should have gone for Laws of Hope. So now he's actually understanding, hey, I got to stay back. He does a ton of damage. They're getting some pretty good tower damage here. We weren't able to push in as much. I mean, he got these both pretty low, but with the Alarak here, he can't push in. Again, Jaina way overextended. This should be your line, baby girl. Especially if you know the Zeratul's going to be rotating. And first thing you should notice is she is not rotated yet. I understand because the Diablo's still here. We're still kind of tussling. We really shouldn't be chasing this kill. Because Gazlo's already rotating. He's going to be able to set up right here. And we don't know where Zeratul is. So we need to be really conscious and get to these quickly. So she's late rotating. Got to be careful going into these bushes, guys. Really don't want to face check them. See? He's getting way too close. So Zeratul's already doing a good job kind of executing on what he goes through the whole game. Jaina's still mid. Diablo's still trying to rotate. Brightwing is low, which we could try to focus her. But she's super mobile and does a good job. We get the kill here, but that's probably one of the only times. I mean, she dies a lot in this game, but it's because she has a tough job. But I think she plays really well. She should not be here. If you look, Tank's here, having to peel for the rest of the team. Why are you here, Jaina? I technically body blocked her there, but there's not much I can do. So, yes, I know he's low. She has no health, so she shouldn't be here anymore. He has a little bit of health, and this is actually where I think we should have gone Rhaegar, because you have to be directly around Karazim to get the heals, and she's too far away. So she checks the bush, dies. He comes over here, gets the kill, is in tower range, and dies. And you guys actually don't have to see the rewind I tried to do, because that's a horrible thing you should never, ever do. So this is smart. Sylvanas says to give. And there's really not much we can do here. Still not soaking mid or top. Zeratul's doing a good job rotating for his team and actually making sure he's getting the globes for his own talent, which is the regen master. He went gathering power. He's a brave, brave man, and we did not punish him at all for that. So he's understanding that this Jaina has shown that she is not going to play safe. We're kind of dueling with the Alarak. We would have gotten the kill if not for the Brightwing. And they're fine mid. This is pretty much a standstill. But why is she here? This is way too far. Zeratul's going to keep getting more and more powerful and dealing more damage to her. And actually, he's showing a lot of restraint. I think he actually could have killed her. Yeah, and we're just having fun down here. Pretty much a stalemate because neither one of us do a ton of damage. I mean, he does, but he's got to hit his skill shots. And see, look, I mean, look how little health he has now. Plus the silence, so he's not able to heal himself. This is why he's always going to be strong. And this is one of my favorite things. I have no idea why she's here. She's not getting any XP. I'm assuming she's waiting for the Zeratul rotation. I really don't know what the thought process is. Good move by the false head to get that kill and avoid the bomb. And then, honestly, Jaina got lucky. I don't really know what... maybe she knows the rotations. I have no idea. So now we have a little bit of slight lead and a slight kill lead. But look. Tribute's here. Why are you here? And on top of that, Jaina, why are you the first one in? You're going to see it's kind of a trend throughout the whole game. We actually caught Zeratul up top, so he's not actually rotating properly. He brings me in. I'm able to stun the team and actually get his Brightwing killed. We're able to cut off the Diablo, get him killed. Zeratul understands and actually backs up, which is a very smart decision. Good push by the Alarak. So we're able to get this tribute, have a slight lead. And rule of thumb, guys, see, we're all right here. We know these towers are weak. We should all, I know we're not level 10. We should all rotate, grab these real fast, maybe even get the fort. Falstad has flight, so he could go top if he wants to. But really, we should all have rotated bottom. And then watch where Jaina goes. This is just a sad little trend. Shocker, you died. I just don't understand why that happened. Again, Zeratul doing a good job keeping his team competitive in terms of XP. We push with the Sylvanas. And she's going to blame their CC here. I actually go to leave, but I realize these two want to stay. I see the Diablo and the Alarak rotate, so I stay to keep us actually outnumbering them. Falstad's doing a good job. He actually drives off the Zeratul. Unfortunately, this is kind of a problem because Jaina just respawned, and 3 of us are bottom, so they're able to do some pretty good work here. Now at this point, I'm actually going to leave because I'm also low on mana. David makes the right decision. I play a little more cautious. He understands we can actually go in here, especially with the Sylvanas. And actually, I don't know why Gazlo backed up. They should have just gone for these towers. And now we're able to get the kill on the Alarak. Unfortunately, we can't get the Diablo because I just don't think we have the damage, and I want to get the fort instead. Good little moment here, guys. Actually, we're going to hit play. I wasn't paying attention to this. If he missed, he should have killed him. That's unfortunate for the poor Zeratul. But if you look, 3 bot, 1-1. Jaina decides, hey, I'm going to go get this. Gazlo's already rotated, so he's going to set up. And Falstad's low. Zeratul's not, so he's going to be able to rotate down. We're trying to get a fort. So rather than actually looking at the map, she just blindly goes in for this objective because, hey, hers is about objectives. We are going to have level 10, but unfortunately she squanders that for us. We're able to distract 2 here. So technically, 3 on 2. He's healing. She is here way too early. She is by herself with no escapes. Gazlo's right here with turrets who's going to be able to do pretty significant damage. And Zeratul is going to be rotating. He did a good job to actually clear this. So we actually get the fort here. Diablo does a good job kind of delaying us. But Jaina, watch. Bomb explodes. Goes right back in. And then, I'm sorry, you walked past the Zeratul? Like, really? And then, if you look right here, they're going after the Brightwind, which is the right decision. Alarak's still trying to rotate in. Falstad's behind the Gazlo, so that's actually good position on his part. I have no mana, so I'm actually going to have to tap and then go top. And Diablo's clearing, and then he's going to try to rotate. So they're able to get the kill on the Zeratul because of the Ring of Frost into the damage that Jaina dropped. She actually survives with basically no health, which is impressive. But Diablo's actually going to delay these two, and then the Falstad's going to blame them for chasing. So that's good map awareness to understand what your teammates were doing and the fact they're going to have to rotate this way based on the kill they got and that they're not actually chasing. But if you watch, this is a horrible barrel. You know there's turrets. You could have looked at the screen and seen he's got the slow. You should know better. Don't barrel roll in, barrel out. You have no health. You can fly back in. Utilize that. She goes and taps. 2 of our people are being delayed by Diablo because they can't run away, honestly. Like, he's not going to let them. And I believe Jaina goes back in. Yes. So we actually have a level lead. Oh, she doesn't go back in. She's actually using her brain. So they're not able to get the kill. That's just a trend for the whole dang game. So she got really lucky there. She actually could have gotten killed again. I actually go top. You're going to see a fight break out here. They should have recognized where their tank was and gone, okay, yes, we have a 2-level lead, but Jaina's a little low. Sylvanas has very little mana. So does our healer. And we are missing someone, which is Falstad, who I believe actually flies in. She disables the towers, which is smart. I see that they're... I actually asked David at this point, are they rotating? They are not. They group up, which, again, not to be mean to David, but this could have been... I could have warned them. This was a dumb decision. Damage and the pull-in plus the silence is very, very dangerous, especially with low mana. Falstad is still not there yet. And unfortunately, David kind of stays. He's trying to kind of peel. So this becomes a trend of Gazel getting way too much value out of these bombs. I'm not blaming David here. He has very little mana, but this could have all been prevented. And actually continues to get worse. Because look where Mr. Again, he gets the kill, unnecessary gust, and a very bad jump in. She has no health. He has no health. Don't gust them forward. Come here, get the kill, gust them away. You save 2 of your teammates. So, and Jaina should just leave. I'm top. I'm actually getting both towers here, so I'm getting a lot of value. And if you notice, I haven't rotated. I've seen one die. I figure they're going to get out, but also it's going to take me long based on the new changes to mounts, as there's no point. I should just get this tower, get as much XP. I can't actually impact this fight in a meaningful way. So Jaina has an opportunity. She should have just left. I don't know why she goes back in. Alarak has very little health. David has very little health. Falsa is actually pretty healthy. This could have been an easy disengage. 2 forts. Yes, these are forts, guys. Did you know that? These are actually towers. 2 towers still up. Could have barreled away. Boom. No big deal. Watch what happens instead. David dies. Good Void Prison. She thinks she's going to actually do something. They have way too much health. In fact, let me stop it right here. Maybe she gets a kill on Alarak. She's got 3 other heroes here. 2 who can jump to her. Brightwing. Well, Brightwing can't really jump to her. Brightwing can shoot her and polymorph her. And Zeradult can jump to her. Poor Falstad's now silenced. Half of his health is now gone in just a short time. And dead? Dead. Which, by the way, he got her with the fire, which is pretty cool. I now realize, hey, I can't do a lot more. I have to back up. And by the way, we wondered why the Zeratul actually... Hearth here is actually because he left the game and AI is stupid. So, tribute spawning here. They're going to probably get a curse. We're dueling here in the mid. They would have actually gotten here first and probably gotten it right away. Brightwing's rotating. Sylvanas and Zeratul. Charism are late. We still have 2 people dead, so really this is a hard one for us to contest, even though we have the level lead. So what do you do here, guys? Well, you let the tank lead first. That's rule number 1. And then you poke from a safe distance. Again, she should not be on my butt like this. We know 2 just spawned. We are outnumbered. Yes, Zeratul's not coming back, Mr. Bot, but she should not be this close to me. She should probably be over here because their engage is really strong. She knows Diablo's late and Alarak is missing. Who actually is right here? So this is already a mistake. So Diablo does a great job. I love what he does here. He comes in, pins her against the wall. And there's really nothing I can do here. She actually makes a good decision, as you can see. Polymorphed. I stun him. She gets over the wall. I've already had to use my ultimate. She is almost dead because she overextended. And we're still not everybody's here. And to go over my build real fast, I went Amplified Healing. This was a mistake. I should have gone Laws of Hope. So I'm doing my best here. She's able to get a little bit more health. I don't like that she kind of comes around this way. I know this would have taken a much longer, or even wait for her Banshees to cool down, jump in, or even come in here and immediately cast the Banshees and get over to this side. This is the safe side, because as you can see, Gazel's deep. Brightwing, is she in there? Yes, she's right here attacking the Falstad. David has to pull back, and I'm just doing my best to keep him away. Good Wailing Arrow, but now she's taking a lot of damage, and she's going after 1 kill. 1, 2, 3, 4 heroes all by herself. Turret whacking her. She's going to die. And we still haven't killed him. We get the kill there. I actually make a mistake here. I'm totally going to own up to this. I went after the Brightwing because I thought the Brightwing was more important. I should have killed the Diablo. Alarak is going to come in here and do some serious work. You notice all our health bars are pretty high, but watch after Alarak comes in. Plus the bomb. I mean, look at what he does with our health bars. And again, this is way too much bunching up. She's distracted. I guess she's trying to kill the Brightwing. Totally understand that. But we're bunching up way too much for their ults. And unfortunately, we can't get the kill on the Diablo. Good palm there. Good silence. And Zeratul actually doing some pretty good work. Shouldn't have gone back in. That's a mistake on David's part. And now, if you're Jaina here, you have very little mana. You have a lot of health, though. But he has both. So what should you do here? You know 4 members of your team are dead. You should be able to look or have seen the death timer of Diablo that he's going to be coming back. Yes, it's going to take him a while. He has the melee advantage. So what does she do? Oh, I'm going to channel. And then watch her health bar. Actually, good move there. He misses the electricity. But boom, look how much little health. And then Brightwing's already back with the global. So now, notice this little ring on the ground. This is Falstad flying in behind them. Again, way too aggressively. He could have come here. I don't think he could have saved her, but he could at least tried. Much safer. Because Sylvanas is coming in hot. I'm still not back. Falstad's going to be in a second. And our healer is still dead. They are all up. Except for Zeratul, I believe is just now respawning. So way too deep. Good job getting the interrupt. And they're actually able to get the kill on Brightwing, which is good. But now look where Sylvanas is. Good interrupt. She was going to cast her Banshees, but she's already way overextended. I'm way over here trying to help with the kill. I probably should have peeled a little bit back to save them. But again, they just keep going way too deep. And now she has no means of escape. Another ult on my part. And then I don't know what he's doing. David actually tries to come in and actually funny, these are slowing turrets, so he's having a ton of trouble. Another bad ult by the Diablo. And just look how many turrets he has, which I believe... Oh, he did go clockwork. I thought he went clockwork. So the Zeratul's actually back. He does a great job. Unfortunately, David gets zoned by this. And gets pushed back into the explosion and dies. And now their healer's already back. Ours is dead again. So Jaina's going to try to come in here and help, which is great. I don't want her to help. She actually uses her ult. I've been pinging retreat. Now I have to go back in. Good Void Prison. He stops to get vision. She dies. I have to go get health. Good kill. Good arrow. Overextends. Overextends. And watch Alarak do work. And as you can see, Falstad again, he really should just leave. We should just give this up. I know he wants to stop the curse, but unfortunately 3 more members of our team are dead, and he is just not in a position to help. Zeratul does a great job here, actually giving him a lot of damage. I'm doing my best to just delay and watch him come and face check the bush. In a second. Another bad ult. Good poke. But now Alarak knows where he is. And as you can see, he has like no health. I'm doing my best here with help from David. Dead. Just way too much jumping around. He needed to actually either commit or leave, which I would have said leave. Now at this point we can't give this up. This was a great job by them. Oh, he actually canceled it. I didn't know he was doing that. He actually gets a little too greedy here. He's been noticing she's been overextending. David does a good job coming back to help her. They both miss their abilities, but now he's way overextended. If you look, his whole team is here. She uses a really unnecessary Ring of Frost to kill him, when we could have honestly killed him in the first place. Zeratul's doing a great job. He actually is helping this do more damage. They're just doing a good job dividing their team. Actually, I don't know why he goes top here. I think he's just trying to get more value for his team. This was the most unnecessary gust. And this is a great blink by the Brightwing. Good haunting wave into the kill. We're able to actually do some pretty good cleanup. They do get the kill here. I don't like that they go so far to get it though. But Zeratul went top to actually get the fort. So in this one curse, they actually got 2.5 forts. They might actually get this one too. We really can't save this one. So Jaina is just, I don't know, she's kind of off in her own little world this whole game. So we're getting the boss. We have good damage. 2 are down, so we know we're fine. During this time, I think Zeratul was actually trying to find us. Alarak spots us, but there's not much he can do here. So and here's where we make our second mistake, which, by the way, I went Hold Your Ground into Blessed Hammer. Both of these were mistakes. Should have gone with the healing, I believe, at level 16. I don't remember if it's 13 or 16, but should have gone with something different. So, 20 seconds left till the Gazlo spawns. I forgot how much damage he does to a boss, so his team's able to contest us at this other boss camp. And I don't just mean contest. You're gonna see they do some work. First mistake. Jaina's here. She's out of mana. She just thinks we have this. So she's actually going to go back. So then we're going to try to take this boss on. And I actually get a really lucky hammer here. I'm going to show you guys. Whoop. Whoop. Boom. Actually reveals, which actually is bad, because now our Sylvanas is chasing him for no reason. We don't have nearly enough damage. If you look, Gazlo, this is going to get 2 towers, and that's it. He's going to kill this boss by himself. Alarak's setting up. Brightwing can just port in, and Zeratul's going to be back. And Jaina still has not joined us. So when I saw this Zeratul, and then I actually saw the Brightwing here, I should have just backed up, but I knew it was low enough that we couldn't just afford to give it up. So we didn't have nearly enough damage. This should have been easy peasy. I actually used my Unstoppable too early here, but look at the damage he just did to David. Comes in, silence, kills him. Our healer's immediately dead. Jane is still not with us. Boss is basically dead. They are all full health, and the Diablo does actually one of his only great ults. Sylvanas, I'm not sure what she's doing. She's probably still trying to help out, but she's taking a very poor path. And just gets owned by the Zeratul. Basically no health. Wasted silencing arrow, because again, yes, he's gusting to try to save it, which, by the way, great Void person. But we're overlapping our ults way too much. So now, just now, Jane is joining us. I don't know why the Sylvanas came this way. She knew she had a little health. She saw them get pushed back. She should have gone this way and just gotten out of here and survived. But, by the way, great Ring of Frost here. Really 8 damage. I have next to no health, which I wish I had the Shield Glare Renewal, because that would have helped out a ton. And unfortunately, Falstad's basically dead as well. So, dead, dead. And she actually survives. He dies, which is super funny. Gazlo saved his keep. Barely any damage and only got 2 towers. She survives. Good job on the slow. But that was just a waste. We got 4 down. They lost 3, but they get the boss. When really it shouldn't have been that hard. Diablo got this camp a little while ago, and it's actually doing a good job pushing in. So now, Gazlo's basically be able to get these camps, no big deal. He's right that we were too slow getting there. And this is going to get just a ton more value than we were able to get out of ours. So now, this tribute is useless. We should kill this, and get our camps. We should just leave this. There's really no point in even contesting. But unfortunately, we don't do that. Actually, you know what? In fact, I don't think we can kill this fast enough. So I do believe we just give this up. So now we have to get some kind of pressure. We're falling a little bit behind. Kills are now starting to add up. By the way, if I'm the enemy team here, and I wouldn't have sent everybody to get that. We have this camp pushing here. I might have scouted with Diablo or Zeratul to see if we were getting this, and they really could have done some work here. They do the safe play though and kind of go mid. Jane is doing a good job trying to get XP. It's actually why she was late before. She was clearing the wave. So 3 here. I actually go mid, which is good because I was able to kind of see this pushing. There's going to be a big fight here. Again, Jaina just kind of doing her own thing. So as you can see, Zeratul knows she's coming. He's zoning. He knows it's... And she actually turns back. So this fight is still uneven. She is doing absolutely nothing. I believe... Yeah, he goes for the wombo combo. I, again, use my shield glare. He pushes them off. We keep overlapping. And unfortunately, this is just going to be the theme for the rest of the game. This is a good Ring of Frost, actually. Well played by her from there. Really no follow-up, though, just because she's the only one who can, and she's way over there. Then you're going to watch Sylvanas should not be here. She should be back here, about where the Falstad is. She draws David in because she's like, oh, I'm going to follow up on this Ring of Frost. Watch what Zeratul does. Boom. Great job. He actually gets himself caught, which is funny. But now look how little health she has. Alarak's doing work. Jane is still out of the fight. And we're stuck. So, unfortunately... Great palm here, but that's just a bad engage. Now 3 of our ults have been, or actually all of our ults have been used. And we're still frozen. We almost got the Zeratul. Alarak comes in. We're actually able to punish him for once, which is nice. I'm still trying to kind of fight him off. So we're holding up okay. In fact, I think we could have won that fight if Janet just wasn't watching from the weeds. So again, another useless tribute. In fact, we probably could have just pushed. But, by the way, if you're a Falstad, please don't ever do this. You know the enemy team is here. They've only lost the 1. So, yes, they're down 1. But you really shouldn't be face-checking like this. I go back to get health. Because I need it. And I believe he goes back to get health. So, now look where he's positioned. Tribute's here. Why are you here? This is completely unnecessary, and Jaina follows him. Diablo is just like snack time. The only one who does a good job is the Sylvanas here. So now, before the fight's even started, before we're even there, they're already taking a ton of unnecessary damage. They're able to get out, but now they're low, and now we're in a tough spot. Because our healer, unfortunately, who also had to get health, is still way far back. Great job jumping in by the Zeratul. That wouldn't happen if he'd stayed back here. Jaina is still way out of the position, and now they've sucked in the Sylvanas. So, dead Jaina. Now our healer's here. Not his fault, but that's how poorly we managed this fight. She has next to no health. And is going to get killed because Zeratul's doing just amazing work. And this is actually where David makes a mistake. He actually has plenty of health and should just run. I'm just trying to prevent. I actually end up dying here. Not really worth the ult, but I'm just trying to buy time for these death timers. So now he's fine. He actually shouldn't come back. I think he got a little greedy, and he just capitalizes. I think, just personal point, even though it looks really cool. Let me wait. I don't think this should still be terrain. I think this should just be a slow. I don't think this should actually stop heroes. So now, they actually wiped us. They should all just push here. This is where they absolutely should go. Alarak just respawned, and boom, good call by them. Really, they don't need to wait for the wave. They just let Gazla go in, which they did. They're gonna get this keep. And now we're kind of having a discussion in chat of why the heck we were even engaging. So now we have core pressure top. We're down almost 2 levels, and they do a good job rotating to actually get pressure now on our bottom lane with these siege giants. He gets vision, which is smart. Not actually sure what Gazla was doing, and shouldn't be there. He almost got caught by the Diablo. Bribed by the Brightwing is great. Now they got that. Now they got really good pressure because now they're able to push mid pretty hard. But watch what they do. Please don't ever do that, Sylvanas. That is so dumb. So now we have to get this tribute. Unfortunately, we're still not 20. So now let's watch the positioning again. Let's see how we filter in here. Good job stopping for vision. Jane is coming. David's a little late. So now this is bad. She should never be this close. She should be about here. Zeratul's going to capitalize on how split we are now. So she gets jumped. I go in a little deep because I see this spawning. I'm going to try to hold these two off. I'm hoping because it's 1, 2, 3, 4 of my team on 2 that they'll be okay. Another one. We cannot give him this much value. Sylvanas was getting just owned by Zeratul, which I probably could have helped, but I'm trying desperately to peel off the team. Just now, Jaina's getting to us. And good palm. Great Void Prison. In fact, I actually don't mean to actually jump in the Void Prison here. I was actually trying to go around. I didn't actually want to go into it. And pop goes the Weasel. And boom. 2 dead. Because of just bad positioning. Now, I'm going to wait. Jaina dies. She should have just kept running. And they actually make a mistake here. They get the tribute, get the curse. They should all have just gone top and then gone straight core, and they probably could have won. Because they're also not going to kill me. But that's all just started by just bad positioning. Now, I probably could have pulled back in that fight. But our fights were just so completely sloppy. So look at the mistake they make. They don't need to do this. This is absolutely the safe play, but this is completely pointless. They don't have Gazla, who could do a ton for them because he probably wanted to get boss. Now Diablo's pulling back. They're just kind of wandering. These two are not trying to kill me. They probably actually could have killed me if they all would have stayed together as 5 because I couldn't have been able to stop them. So they actually split. I believe they get both keeps here. Because I can't do anything about this. I just don't have the damage. I'm just trying to stop these catapults. So they get that. They have 20 seconds left. They should have just pushed. But they're going the same play. I get it. You don't want to lose. But they're going to get all of our keeps. Another wasted ult. I really don't know what this Diablo was doing. We should really have been able to capitalize on this. This is actually a perfect time since this is actually extended for the Falstead. Jump in, gust him in. We probably could have wiped this team and gotten some momentum. So really identifying those opportunities for good Gus is really important. And he didn't... Yeah, he didn't know what those were. So now I'm just clearing out turrets because they would do some pretty serious damage to our wave. Now they rotate for their boss. I think they probably could have been a little greedy and camped here and try to capitalize on us again. But since Zeratul's backing, it's probably best that they just went for their boss. And we absolutely have to get this. Like, we don't have a choice. We have to get our boss now, which is why I think they could have made the gutsy play, because they're going to have core pressure everywhere. They could have done some serious delaying. Now watch how much faster this boss melts. They've already started theirs. It's almost done. Look how quickly we melt this. If we had it all 5, we wouldn't have had that play where they are able to capitalize on our positioning and lack of damage. So now they make a huge mistake. They see we got the boss. This has a fort and a keep to go through. Yes, it's late game, but they all should have immediately followed their camp and gone bot. Our team also makes a mistake and actually gets this bruiser camp, which ends up doing absolutely nothing. And I think if they knew we were here at boss, they probably could have rotated here, or at least had Zeratul check, and maybe gotten us here. But they actually go up and actually try to stop this from getting the fort, which it doesn't. It's able to get the fort for us, which is good XP, and this doesn't get any shields down at all. So it's just a complete waste of boss for them. And now we have a camp pushing mid, which needs their attention, which... because of these catapults, it doesn't do him any good. And then Diablo actually makes what ends up being a pretty good decision and actually gets this siege camp. Zeratul's actually checking. He does a good job keeping this wave pushed in. We could have punished Alarak here, but of course, you know, we don't know he's by himself. This actually kind of worried me because if this team was playing correctly and was aggressive, they could have just wiped us right there. Now they have just so much pressure in every lane, and now Zeratul has this pushing towards our core, excuse me. I'm not really sure what they're doing here. Yes, they get their bruiser camp, but at this point in the game, this bruiser camp isn't going to do much, and another useless tribute. What we should have done is just cleared top and cleared this camp and just ignored this completely, but watch what happens. So Sylvanas is in base, which is totally okay. We even say in chat, hey, we don't have everybody. What we should have done is actually rotated to the right here, killed this, and just left this tribute. Watch what she does, though. Misses Dracona Cold, walks out into the middle of the lane, right in front of Diablo and Alarak, and a bomb right here. We could maybe kill I don't know what my problem is. Maybe could have killed Gazlo here, but we're now split pretty heavily. So they're able to get out of this ult, which is good. But now I'm just focused on keeping Jaina alive. Bad Ring of Frost only catches the Diablo. And he does pretty good work there. And actually, I'm sorry, guys. I got to rewind it just a smidge. Because I just missed a really crucial mistake by the Falstad. So watch here. I'm about to use my ult and stun them. Sylvanas is coming in, and she's going to do a really good job and shoot out her Wailing Arrow. But watch what happens. That right there lost us the game. Otherwise, we had a 3-person silence. All of us at pretty high health. And we basically could have wiped them. Pushed top lane and won. But because he doesn't understand when to use his gust, like that was the most unnecessary gust I've ever seen. I don't remotely understand the point of that. Now we have pressure top, pressure mid. This will save us for a little bit of time, but as you can see, it's already almost dead. And now it's basically GG. There's nothing we can do here. Good ult, wipes out the Jaina. Gets a lot of damage on basically all of us. Actually, I don't understand the point of that Void Prison. It works out for them because they get me, because they're going to get me. There's nothing I can do. And I basically kind of not gave up, but knew this was basically a game. There's nothing I can do. They're able to get away, along with Sylvanas. But that basically right there cost us the game, which was really frustrating. It was frustrating to watch the just abundance of mistakes. So now they did a good job getting this camp, which actually does come into play. I mean, it really doesn't, but we really should have cleared it earlier, so it just makes this much harder to defend. And GG. And now if we look at our stats screen, we see that Alarak did really good damage. Gazlo did really good damage. We had a little bit of a damage issue here, but we were able to kind of soak and heal a lot. But if you look at the deaths, just Falstad was so out of position, Jaina was so out of position, Sylvanas was so out of position. Like I said before, I think the Karazim should have been a Rhaegar for the added mobility for himself and the fact that his heals are dependent on the area. But it ended up being a mistake because now he ends up being caught with the rest of the team and being killed, which is really, really unfortunate. So that was just a great example of how not to win and then how to make sure you lose, which is really unfortunate. And this game really hurt because I felt like we actually could have won. We had several opportunities. I mean, the building disparity at the end of the game, like this almost has no damage. We got no keep damage that I know of. Like they don't even have their health bars up. Oh no, we got that much. So, take this as a lesson, guys. Really don't pick this kind of squish right after an Alarak and a Diablo. They're really going to punish you, especially if your positioning's terrible. So, if you guys like these Doom videos, Doom for Dummies, Doom School for Dummies, whatever, let me know. If you want me to talk more about the builds up here, I can, but I feel like these are hard because there's so many, and I don't want these videos to get too long. Like I've already been talking for almost 45 minutes. So just let me know. Let me know kind of what you want to see, if there's any specific maps. Now that Brax's holdout's been changed, I might not do any of those videos because showing the snowballness might not be helpful considering you won't be playing on that kind of map. So, but yeah, let me know. You can't see me because I'm starting to do the peace sign because I don't know what else to do as an outro. But like, comment, subscribe. If you find me in the Nexus, please friend me. Please say hi. Be happy to play with you. And yeah, peace out, guys. Hope you have a good rest of your week.